Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, Oxman Garage. So for today's episode, we're going to be installing the 6-element intercooler on my Hyundai Elantra N. But first, before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to 6-element for giving you guys a promo code that gets you 5% off all purchases. It also gives me a small kickback, so it helps out the channel. Use promo code Oxman Garage for 5% off. Now, let's get into the installation. Alright, so first things first, let's open up this hood. Gotta love those hood struts. What a lifesaver of a mod. Alright, so we have to remove the front bumper cover, and we also have to remove the lower splash shield. Look, leaf. Alright, no, we'll definitely take care of that. So to get this front bumper cover off, I've showed it for you in the past, but we'll do it real quick right now. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 clips on the top. I typically leave these for last. There is 2 8mm bolts right here at the top, and then there is what, 1, 2, 3, it looks like 4. I think there's like 4 or 5 clips on this side and also on the other side. To remove the lower splash shield, I believe there's 12 all the way around. But you'll see them. Well, I'm not going to crawl on the whole floor and show you every single one of them. I will count and we'll get back with you on that. So I'm going to remove the front bumper cover, and I'm going to remove the splash shield and keep it going with the installation. Now, I'm doing this by myself. So one thing I'm gonna say is, with doing this by myself, I'm going to leave these top ones on. When you remove the bolt and the snaps, you have to unsnap right here and unsnap underneath of the headlight. This bumper cover will not come off until there's a little ledge to pull up and over. So doing it by myself, I'm going to get both sides done, and then I'm going to do that just so I don't have this bumper cover fall. Because this, honestly, of today, the entire thing, this is going to be, to me, the most stressful point, taking this off so I don't obviously hurt my front bumper cover. But good news is all the gray is PPF, so not really worried about the gray or the red, which is also PPF. I'm worried about all the matte bits I did not have done. So let's get that off. All right, tool time. So we have just a basic socket set, some screwdrivers, the pry tool, non-marring, and then a pair of pliers that I might need. I also have some other stuff in my bag if I really do need it, but I think this is all I'm going to use today. Don't typically use power tools. I do have them, but you know, doing something delicate like this, you're less likely to break something. So we're going to do hand tools, which will just take a little bit longer, but not a big deal. Alright, so I have all the pop clips out of the splash shield, and I did not realize there's 4 10mm bolts holding it on. So I gotta take those off too. Alright, so almost fell. I have removed the bottom tray, and that is over to the side, and I have all the bolts, the 2 8mm bolts out. It is 4 pop clips on each side, and it's 6 across the top. So let's pop this bad boy off. So we got the passenger side off. And looks like the driver's side's off. So now the last thing we gotta do, just lift the top piece off. And just like that, the front bumper cover is off the car. With the front bumper cover off, I can show you guys around exactly what I am doing. So, first thing is the shroud's gonna come off. So you have 1 10mm bolt right there. We have 2 on this side, along with that clip right there holding in the wire for the ambient temperature sensor. Now, so that's gonna come off, and then obviously the intercooler comes off. Before we can get the intercooler all the way off though, we gotta take the hot side and cold side off. So we have 2 clamps. We have that one right there, and that one right there. You can see right below the boom blow off valve. And then we have two right there. That one right there, and that one right there. So this is the hot side, which from the hot side of the turbo goes into the intercooler, and then you have the cold side, which is the cold air after going through the intercooler, goes into the blow valve. This cold side looks like it's gonna be a little bit more of a pain in the butt. Now, it looks like this clamp or, inlet comes unbolted. So honestly, I'm going to unbolt those two and call that a day and worry about the tube afterwards. And then I'm going to remove that clamp right there to get the intercooler out, and then I will worry about that one, which that one looks like to be the easiest. So let's get this off. Just for quick reference, there is 4 10mm bolts on the intercooler to come out, and all I have done to remove this intercooler is I have loosened, I've taken the 2 bolts off of this, so now this is, let's see if I can get a good look at this. Oh, I think I can do that. So this is loose because that bolts right into the intercooler. So I have to mess with that clamp or the little cap on top. I've taken the cap off of that to get this off once the intercooler's out, and I have taken this loose so I can get that off. So this whole piece will come out, should come out with the whole intercooler without me having to try to get to that clamp, which is a pain. So loosen that, hopefully this comes out all together, and I've taken this out, and I will get this pipe off once I have the intercooler out. Out with the old, and in with the new. So I had to take both of these off before I could get it off. The clamp would not clear this part of the shield in here, so go me, couldn't be lazy. But I do have it off, and it is good to go. Have all of my pieces right here that I'm gonna put back in the box, save it for safekeeping for now. But yeah, let's get this beauty onto the car. So when you're going to install this, just be careful. There's 4 clamps, and there's 3 different sizes. So these 2 are the bigger sizes. These are both gonna go on the cold side. So I'm gonna put that off to the side for the cold. Now for the hot side, there's a smaller one and a bigger one. And if you look at the diagram, you can see there's 5 and 6, and 5 and 6. And just honestly, before you do all this, make sure you have all the correct ones. So 67 to 75, 60 to 68, and 54 to 62. Just make sure right here on the clamps, you can double check. You can see on this one, that one says 60 to 68. This one, where is it? Oh, flip it upside down. This one says 54 to 62, and then these 2 right here are both gonna say the same thing. I've already checked them both out, but there's the 67 to 75. So I have taken the caps off. This one is actually off in transit, so I had to make sure, check down here that there was no of the popcorn in there, which there is not, so we're good to go on that. This is substantially heavier than this one for obvious reasons. That's a much bigger core to help us with heat soak and whatnot, but it is about 10, 12 pounds heavier, it feels like. I haven't weighed it, so that's me just thinking. And also, it is going to be much harder to put this in by yourself if you're doing this by yourself, but I will show you what I do to get that bad boy in. So, this is the best angle I can come up with. I'm actually using the box. The tripod was too high for this angle, so I hope this gives you a good idea. I have all of my bolts ready to rock and roll. I'll put those all right there for easy access. Now let's move the intercooler that's on top of this box. Hopefully it doesn't move you guys too much. Now I'm going to take the intercooler and I'm going to install it into the car. I'm going to take my knee right there, which will give me all of the mobility in the world to get the hardware in, and hope maybe this will help somebody down the road somewhere somehow. So I'm gonna get that started, which don't know if it is or not. Yeah, that started. So that started over there. I got one over there. Use my knee to manipulate the intercooler on this side, and I got one bolt in already. And let's get that one in. So now we got 3, which now the easy part is to get the fourth one in. And now they are all started. I can walk away, don't need to support it. I'm still going to support it, just did it for a second just to show you guys. But get that bad boy in. That's all the way tight. So now we're just gonna repeat that 3 more times. There's 2. At this point, I'm secure, I feel good. This is not gonna fall. So there is number 3. And here's number 4. Now what the spec is 7 foot-pounds, or I'm just doing it by hand for this one. Can't really crack it all that much, so. Got that one's snug, I'm cool with that. That one's snug, and that one's snug. Now you also gotta think about, I'm using a very long, and I'm only using a 1/4 inch drive, so I can't over tighten it, but I am using a long handle to give me a little bit more torque. So just honestly be wary of what you're using, but that is nicely installed. So literally all I need to do is now put the pipes, put the silicone tubes in and put the front bumper back on, and we'll be good to go. One tip I'm gonna give you is use hairspray on both of the hot side and cold side pipes. This will save you a whole lot of headaches down the road. Trust me, from previous experience in both the Neon and my Skyline, I've had the hot side and cold side pipes, the couplers blow off on me while driving, and it's no fun. Yeah, I limped my Neon back from Northern Virginia back home one time. Now, it just didn't want to go into boost, there was no big issues, and I just couldn't get the pipe back all the way on. It had blown completely off of my hot side onto the turbo, and I kind of just snugged it back up, and I just didn't push it all that hard, so I didn't blow it again. But yeah, just use hairspray. What we'll do is when you use the hairspray, spray it on, don't let it sit for too long because you don't want it to tack up on you, but it will make it easier to put the coupler onto the pipes. And then once it's on the pipes, once you turn the car on and run it and it gets hot, it's gonna make it even more sticky. So taking it off is gonna be a little bit more of a pain in the butt. Also, just listen, because it is. Just keep it in mind when you do take it back off. But you're gonna alleviate having those vacuum leaks and having issues down the road for that. So if you don't have any, just go to the store, buy yourself a $10 can of hairspray, and yeah, when you're done with it, you can either give it to your girl or you put it on the shelf for future use, whether it's on the Elantra or a different car. Alright, I am under the Elantra N. The couplers are on. What I'm going to try to show you as easy as possible is where I mounted all of the clamps. So there's one right there. Let's see if I can show you. So I can get to this one. This was the hardest one to figure out for making it easy, but using a 1/4 inch and a deep socket, because you need to with the T-bolt clamps. But this one has a swivelable head, which I'll show you later. But that is the easiest way for that one. So that one's in the kind of up. This is a little area right here I could get my tool in. This one is really easy. This whole entire area, you can figure out which way that was, for me, the easiest configuration to get the ratchet handle in this way. On the cold side, on the hot side, over here, that one was honestly just however you want it. Just make sure you clear everything, doesn't get near the AC compressor, which is right there, and whatnot. And then that one as well. Can I show you that one? Let's see. Trying to juggle this all around to show you guys. I'm not having that good of whatever. See that one right there? Once again, I have all that nice open space above to get this tool. What I did for this one is I used this. I put this onto there, and then I can swivel this down and get full movement like that. Just to give you guys a little bit of ideas of how to get this in easily rather than harder. Literally the last thing I gotta do now is put the bumper cover and undershield back on. I'm definitely gonna clean that undershield a little bit. But literally all I gotta do is put it back on, and then I'll show you guys once I am finished. One thing I'm gonna show you, by the way, before I do that is, everybody has said, like, why did I cut this up and be able to put for that intake on? And I did for merely is, look at all of this this pushes all this air into the AC condenser, into the radiator. If I didn't have this, it would, navigate through the back of the headlights and go everywhere else. And honestly, I want it to go down there. It's not just for this intake, yes. So how this air dam worked was the intake air came from here, and this was all covered down. Air would come up through these holes and get forced into the intake. Now, obviously, we got rid of that part. So air goes through here up into the intake, but this still has a function. This still pushes air on this side. It even pushes air on this side to put it towards that. And also, I have effectively blocked a little bit of that AC condenser and the radiator. So this giving me positive airflow into that condenser, into that radiator is still something very important to me. So yeah, that's why I took all that extra time to cut this out so I can retain this piece. But yeah, let's get that on. Bumper cover's back on, take a look. Oh, it's looking great. I'm gonna back car out and show you guys what it looks like outside. Now check that out. That 6 big intercooler looks amazing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Just wanted to give a big shout out to 6 Element once again for coming out with some amazing products to be able to make my Elantra N mine, to also hopefully get some horsepower gains. We will go back to the dyno and see if just bolting this on is going to give us anything extra. One reason why I did do this is because I want to go down the road is do the bigger turbo and be able to tune it, and I know having this intercooler is a must, so that's why we're doing it now. But we can go back to the dyno and see if it did give us anything on the stock tune, stock turbo. It'd be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? Want to also thank 6 Element for hooking you guys up with promo code OXMANGarage. Link is down in the description below. Gives you 5% off, and it does give me a small kickback. It does help grow the channel, so I wanted to thank you guys and also 6 Element for that. Oh, you guys still here? What? I'm forgetting something? What am I forgetting? The 2,000 subscriber giveaway? That's supposed to be in this video? Really? Just playing with you guys. Of course I didn't forget. All the way down at the bottom of the description, all the way down at the bottom, I have listed the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Congratulations on winning your $200 Amazon gift card. What you gotta do is just send me a quick email with verification, so give me screenshots of your channel, liking, commenting, and subscribe to the video, to the channel, and I will get that over to you. If I don't hear from you by Thursday, I will pick another winner for the next video, so be sure to go look to see if you are the winner. If you are, congratulations, and I am thinking of doing another subscriber giveaway for 5,000 subscribers or 10,000, trying to figure that out, but I'm going to do one for one or the other, so stay tuned. So if you didn't win, or if you weren't subscribed, like to comment on that video, stay tuned, because we're going to have more chances to win. I just want to say thank you once again to 6 Element for supplying some awesome products, for supporting the channel, and supporting you guys with that 5% promo code. Once again, promo code is OXMANGarage, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.